Bitcoin did not just correct, it broke. After peaking above $126,000 in October 2025, Bitcoin fell more than 50%, touching roughly $57,700 in June 2026, its lowest level in 21 months. The uncomfortable truth is this: the fall may not be over. In fact, lower prices may be the next chapter. This is the global ledger, where we follow the hidden machinery of money, powers, markets, and the institutions that shape the global economy. This video is produced based on a topic suggestion made by one of our subscribers. We appreciate it. If there is a topic you want to know more, let us know in the comments. The fall is being driven by a convergence of pressures: ETF outflows, hawkish interest rate expectations, stock market fluctuations, a break below the 200-week moving average, concern around Strategy Inc., and the historical rhythm of Bitcoin's own market cycle. The 2024 and 2025 Bitcoin boom was powered by a new machine, spot Bitcoin ETFs. For the first time, traditional investors could buy Bitcoin through regulated stock market products without touching a crypto wallet. When money was flowing in, ETF demand helped lift Bitcoin higher. Liquidity became the fuel. But the same machine can work in reverse. In June 2026, investors pulled more than $4 billion from US-listed Bitcoin ETFs, the largest monthly outflow since those products launched 2 years ago. ETF selling matters because redemptions force issuers to reduce holdings. That creates direct selling pressure on Bitcoin itself. But the deeper damage is psychological. ETF outflows tell the market that institutional demand is cooling. Bitcoin does not pay interest. It does not pay dividends. It produces no cash flow. That makes Bitcoin highly vulnerable when bond yields rise and the US dollar strengthens. Hawkish comments from Federal Reserve officials shifted market expectations away from easy money and toward tighter conditions. Bitcoin lives on liquidity and risk appetite. When those disappear, the asset becomes exposed. A stronger US dollar makes speculative assets less attractive. It tightens financial conditions across the global system. This is why Bitcoin is not falling in isolation. Stock markets have also weakened. In bull markets, Bitcoin is often sold as uncorrelated. In liquidity shocks, it can trade like the highest beta risk asset in the room. When investors reduce risk, they often sell what they can sell fastest, and Bitcoin trades 24 hours a day. Once confidence breaks, price becomes its own fundamental. Falling prices create more fear, and more fear creates more selling. One of the most important technical signals is the break below the 200-week moving average. For long-term Bitcoin investors, that moving average has often represented a line between deep correction and bear market danger. Once a major support level breaks, it can become resistance. What once held the market up can begin to cap every rebound. That is where dip buyers get trapped. They see a lower price. The market sees a broken structure. Then there is Strategy Inc., the most important corporate Bitcoin holder in the world. Founded in 1989 as a business intelligence company, Strategy was transformed under Michael Saylor into a leveraged Bitcoin treasury vehicle. In the bull market, the loop was powerful. Bitcoin rose, Strategy's stock rose, the company raised capital, and then bought more Bitcoin. But in a bear market, the same loop can reverse. Strategy used cash, debt, convertible notes, preferred stock, and equity issuance to accumulate Bitcoin. That structure works best when markets reward the strategy. If Strategy trades closer to, or below, the value of its Bitcoin holdings, raising capital accretively becomes more difficult. For years, the market viewed Strategy as a reliable buyer. If investors begin to believe it may buy less, or one day sell, a symbolic source of demand weakens. The fear is not only what Strategy does today, it is what the market imagines it might be forced to do tomorrow. According to Caleb & Brown, a leading global cryptocurrency brokerage, Bitcoin has historically moved through 4 phases: accumulation, growth, bubble, and crash. The accumulation phase comes after panic has exhausted itself. Prices move quietly, interest fades, and patient capital begins to rebuild positions. Then comes growth. Momentum improves, adoption stories return, and price begins to climb in a more durable trend. The bubble phase begins when Bitcoin breaks past its previous all-time high and rises rapidly, often accompanied by extreme optimism. The crash phase follows when euphoria fades. Liquidity weakens, confidence breaks, and prices correct sharply. Caleb and Brown notes that previous Bitcoin bear markets have produced drawdowns of around 80% from the peak to the bottom, and the bear markets lasted roughly a year. The 2021 cycle is the warning. Bitcoin fell almost 78%, from about $69,000 in November 2021 to about $15,476 in November 2022. If the current cycle peaked near $126,000 in October 2025, an 80% drawdown would imply a potential low near $25,000. That is not a certainty, but it shows how much downside remains if the old cycle pattern repeats. Of course, every cycle is different. Bitcoin now has ETFs, larger institutional participation, and broader recognition than in previous eras. But those same developments cut both ways. Institutional money can enter quickly, but it can also exit quickly. Leverage can amplify gains on the way up, but it can also accelerate losses on the way down. Bitcoin's decline since October 2025 is being driven by multiple forces at once: ETF outflows, hawkish interest rate expectations, stock market fluctuations, a break below the 200-week moving average, concern around Strategy Inc., and the historical rhythm of Bitcoin's own market cycle. This does not mean Bitcoin is dead. It has survived many crashes before, but survival is not the same thing as a bottom. The most dangerous moment is when investors confuse a large decline with a cheap asset. Lower Bitcoin prices are not just possible, they may be the most likely next chapter. If you want to understand the hidden financial machinery behind crypto, markets, leverage, and global capital flows, subscribe to the Global Ledger and tell us in the comments, is Bitcoin near a bottom, or is the next leg lower still ahead? Until next time, follow the intelligence.